to the Wavy Tunnel market outlook for July the 6th. I'm hoping this is all going to work because I'm back in England. I haven't got my full system in front of me, but I'm hoping this is working. I'm hoping this is recording, and let's have a go. So before we start, if you can please just remember that this presentation is for educational purposes only, and if you just complete reading that, and then we can crack on. And like I said, I've only got one screen here, so it's going to be a little bit bitty. What's ahead of us this week? So I haven't seen any news items this weekend that could disrupt the status quo as we know it now. So you've had the 4th of July holidays. We all back to work on Monday, and we start with some medium level indicators for the rest of the week. Let's have a look and see. That could be quite important. People are starting to look at employment data again to see what the impact it's going to have on Fed decisions in the future. These, I think it's too soon to see any impact from the Straits just now. FOMC minutes on Wednesday, I think, and that could be interesting. And the rest of the week, nothing too interesting. So I apologize in advance if this is a little bit bitty and a bit messy, and you can give me feedback. But let's have a look and see where we are. These wouldn't have been updated because I wouldn't have done anything on the charts for a week or so in coming back, and I've got a lot of things on, so I'm not paying too much attention to the charts. But what does this look like to me? This looks like a flag setup. This looks like we've oscillated above the tunnel. This looks like it wants to go higher. So we're in this fill the gap territory. We're looking like there could be some sort of, you can go one of two ways here, where the bungees roll over, come a little bit lower, but that doesn't change the move now of this higher time frame bungee, which will try and get across the 50. So this could ease a little bit down, and then we go up. What's the first area that we're going to be looking at? It's going to be around there, so 115. And I think the support area is, you've got a trend line that's supporting you, you've got the wave that's supporting you, you've got resistance now with this previous area of support that's now become resistance, which is then being confirmed with the tunnel. So 14.15 is the wide range for the euro. It might be a little bit more narrow. This also looks flaggy, so now you can see a little bit more support around 14.20, and so look to see how we're going to open up on Monday morning. Sterling. Let's have a look here. Very, very similar. This one's slightly different, where the wave is actually trying to get through the tunnel. So you've got your area of support here, 133 for sterling. This looks a bit flaggy and it's set up. Remember, you had a holiday on Friday, so there could be a little bit more activity as we come into Monday. We are above the previous area of support, which now coincides with this area in the tunnel. So 133.20, maybe slightly lower. Area of support, area of resistance 134.10. These need to speak to us. Nothing going on the awesome oscillator just yet. So it looks like maybe a slightly firmer bias. Let me have a quick look at dollar yen, because I haven't looked at that for a little while. Oh, we're above 160. Okay, look at that. So we're going to play wait and see games for the Bank of Japan. What's that? It's probably one of those wait and see rumors, whatever. Probably was an intervention because we've pulled straight back into it. You can see what happens prior to it. So the market is in wait and see mode. What I would do here is I would fib this first move, because then that gives us a target. Where's the target? It's at that previous area that we've always talked about, the 160. So we've got a slightly differing range now because we've consolidated above 160. So you've got wave and tunnel, which are going to be first areas of resistance, and up here, and this is going to be susceptible to anything to do with um, talk of intervention and actual intervention. I won't spend too much time on that. I just want to have a quick whip through today because I just want to um, give you some uh, of my thoughts before we get into the week. And I think Jody will be running her room on Monday, which she'll go into a lot more detail. Canadian dollar. Let's go to a slightly lower time frame to see if I can see some better price action there. This is probably because of Friday's holiday. So we're looking, this area's got to talk to us in the Canadian dollar. So this is your pivot area where the wave and the tunnel are at odds with each other, and this will determine if we consolidate above, then we're going to target previous highs around 142.5. If we come lower, we've got a trend line here, and then that will give us the indication of whether we come back down to 141 or not. So early signs on Monday will give us those ideas. I'm gonna just skirt through at the moment. I don't have all my systems in front of me, and what I would try and show you now is the futures. There's the Nasdaq. I would have lost all my lines because I've lost everything. So you can see the grindy action from Friday's trading, and you can see at the moment what's the dominant pictures that you can see here, and it looks like the aggression is in the sell-offs, and then the grind is in the corrections. A lot of V shapes in the charts, so a lot of bulls and bears jostling for position. Is the market overbought? Are those that have missed out on all this AI trade getting involved? There was month-end squaring, so this week will give us some good ideas, and I'm sure Jody will cover that during her session Monday morning. I'm not seeing anything here. This could consolidate here. I'm just looking at price action over a period of time and what it's been doing. So let's go into the ES. I will get properly organized for next week and have a little bit more to say because I'll be able to spend some time in the charts. Here you can see again the price action down, quite aggressive, lots of V-shaped types of trading actions, grindy actions up, aggressive down. So markets will be looking for new direction. We're still susceptible to news from the Middle East, but we're hoping that other factors can now start taking effect on the markets, just normal trading patterns, and then also remembering we're going into the summer months and a little less liquidity, so a lot more choppy action could be expected. Let's just have a quick run through the gold and the oil, and we can see again oil not too much here. It's struggling to get higher, grinding higher. I would have thought that this market is looking for something in, I would say this is range bound. You can see the bottom down here, 130 at 30, 39.50 and at 44. I think that range will keep us entertained for a while. And like I said, I will tidy this up next week. I just wanted to let you all hear my dulcet tones and that you know I'm alive still. And oil, we've hit that level where sort of pre-war, and now I think we're waiting. I don't think we come too much lower, regardless of what happens. Even if we have peace in our time, I think we're going to correct some of this, and I wouldn't be surprised to see us move back towards 80 or 85, at least 75 anyway. So just into this area up here. Again, I thought I would just keep it short and sweet. I'm not sure if all the recordings are working, if you can hear my voice. So hopefully everything's going to be working, and then I will do a little bit more next week, and I'll be a little bit better prepared. So until then, have a good week. Take care.